Alright, this is Sky recording live from Twitch TV. Had some weird technical things just happening. Hopefully everything's working. It looks like it is. Okay, so continuing off of yesterday, we had our world. We're generating our worlds to drop our units on. So let's kind of rerun that and see what we left off at. Kind of do something a little bit different today. I guess it's not that much different. It's going to be a little less coding, I think. We're going to just do some image manipulation stuff so we can set ourselves up for more complex animations. So kind of get us started on that. Should be kind of a fun, I don't know if I want to say light day, but it's going to be light on coding. So we're dropping our wizards down. That still works. We can move the wizard around. So everything still looks really good. It's pretty exciting, moving places. So what I've done, what I want to do is, right now we only have one wizard facing one way. Let's do something a little bit more exciting. Let's just start setting up multi-directions. So I picked up a couple images off of Google, and I'm just opening them up in the Gimp. And I'll drop these into assets actually, so that you have them when I commit them. So here's that guy. That's okay. Yes. And I have this one here as well that we're going to update. I'm actually going to wait on that one, because actually, if you look at here, we have a bunch of the squares mean it's transparent. So what I need to do is I'm going to need to chop these guys up into pieces that are equidistant from each other. And I'm thinking they're maybe 48 pixels. Let's see. So 40 would be 96. That looks about right. And then that would be 120, right? 40 more? No. 96 would be 130, 140? That's not right. Let's see here. Am I going to need a stupid calculator for this? 48. That's 48. 144. Oh, wow, I was way off. And then it's Friday. Give me a break. 192. And if I'm just looking at the bottom, I'll show you. 192. It's actually, if you're looking down here, it says Vlad's sword walking 48 by 48. There it is, it told me. You'll see where I'm putting it. And so this one goes to 240. So I'm going to put this one on 240. 288. $336. So I'm just going to draw these guides in here to measure out where we're going to cut these images up. And we should be getting, so 244. 240. $288. There we go. So now we have our unit actually in all its directions kind of mapped out. And looks like there's not really any particular order to them. So we want to keep track of that in some fashion. So let's cut her down. So we're going to press R to do the rect tool, and we're just going to cut them out right there. And we're going to do Control C and then Control Shift V, and that created a new image. with them. The reason we're going to cut them up like this is so that Texture Packer can reassemble it pretty much the same way, but it's also going to crop all the extra off. And we'll be able to see, we'll have less for one, and then we'll have them all organized ready for our Texture Packer. So we're going to Command Shift, I think there's no export, Command Shift E. Command Shift E. And let's put them in. What is this? Oh, okay. It's a different game. Let's go to live game. Where are we? Live game, live game, live game, live game. There we are. Boom. Assets. And we call this, we'll create a new folder. Actually, we don't want to put this in here yet, actually. We're going to put it, just put it on our desktop, because we don't want to add all these individual pieces. We'll call this Vlad. And we're going to create the block, because that's what he's doing. And we're going to create, that should be plenty, we don't need a whole folder. So we're going to do east 1. Actually, that's what we should do. We should do that. So this would be him walking east. And this is going to be 0, 1. Export. And we're going to do this for all of these. So C, Command Shift V, Command Shift E, O2. This can get slightly tedious. I don't have a script for this. Okay, now. Love you. Okay. And 0, 4. In fact, because we know they're equidistant, we don't need to actually do that. What we can do is we just use our sample here. Command E, E. We have a sample, and that's all we'll need actually. Because we know they're equidistant from each other, we could just set this up a lot quicker using Texture Packer. Oops, not QuickTime, Texture Packer. Use the JSON array. I believe that's what we did for our implementation. And going to grab that folder wherever it went. Let's see here. See here, desktop, Vlad, walk, east. Drop him on there. So it already organized it for us. That's kind of the bonus. If we cut them up, we save space right now. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna go with this for now. So let's just cut up 2 directions just to get this started, and then I'm gonna go back and script this so that we can do this much faster next time. This is 6. A 7. And then 08. So now we can put this back in here. Should update. So this is what's cool, is that actually noticed that 2 of the frames were already the same, and so it stacked them up for us. And this is a brilliant thing. So we wouldn't have been able to do that. So we're actually saving quite a bit of space doing it this way. So I guess this isn't too insane, I guess. Okay, this is north for 1. Oh, 2. I feel like, yeah, those actually didn't export correctly. That's why it repeated it. So that was a kind of an interesting demo, even though it was wrong. Oops. Well, darn it. We're gonna have to go with it because I just closed it on accident. Alright, so we just need our sprite sheet, which we're gonna drop in desktop. I'm gonna call this Vlad. Okay. So now we've got our Vlad person, Vlad JSON, and oops, where is our weird? B. Alright, I'm back. So let's remove one of these. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I wonder if I can force it to, no. For some reason the output image didn't get saved. So that should cause it to, oh, that's cool. Looks like it saved it. Did it save it here? Oh. Where did it put you? Oh, it put it there. Okay. Must have been the last time I used this was on that project. Live game, where are you? No, we want Sawyers. That's where it ended up. Where are you, lad? Characters. Skills. Animation. Vlad. There's our Vlad. Boom. Okay. Yes. And then we're going to add, we call that desktop Vlad friends. There we go. Yes. So what we need to do is we're going to just kind of trim some of this out. We don't need most of this. So I'm going to take the meta out. And then we don't need this stuff. Let's make sure, yeah. Don't need any of that. And so this will just make our parsing, I don't know if it makes it faster. Probably does to an extent. There we go. So there's our images. We don't actually need the file name, we just need the frame. Okay. Yeah. And we'll take this out. I think we did this, the wizard. We just left the rotated. And the meta. That's fine though. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually do it as the original frames. So we're going to make them all these here. Can I do this? Boom, look at that. Let's do like this. That'll do it. We're going to place that. I wonder if we can do a regular expression. We'll do that star. That should get all 7 matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And we're going to make them 48. 48. Place all. Okay. Y is 2. We're just going to set these to 0 just for convenience. And X is going to be 0, 48, 92, 144, 192, 2. Gotta do the math again. 92 plus 48 was 240. Plus 48 is 288. Plus 236. So that is our first frames. We don't need this Vlad anymore, actually, because we're going to use Vlad's sword walking. Yes, that's what we're going to do. And I guess we'll just make the contract of, we'll just do east and go, actually, I'd kind of rather go starting north and work my way clockwise. So we're going to need to handle that accordingly. So I'm just going to split this horizontally so I can see what's going on here. So the first thing we did was the walking this way. Kind of feel like I want to rearrange these into the order I want, so that basically what I'm going to set up is the frames are going to be north, northeast, east, etc., clockwise. And then when we do our animation, we say change direction, we just know to increment or decrement or just set a specific direction and multiply it by like a frame size and it'll know it. The alternative is, what I don't like, is spreading them into 8 separate images and loading them ad hoc, which I don't like as much because I'd rather get that loading taken care of. Okay. What's the better long-term fix? Long-term working here. So if we do if we rearrange them, I think that'd be the longer term work. Let's open this back up in the Gimp. Oh, wrong one. Glad you're going away. So I'm going to rename this to Vlad Walk. Open with Gimp. So we want to start with north. Darn, I gotta set this up again. 48, 96, 44, 92, 40, 288, 336. Okay. Not much more work this time. So we want to do north first, which is this one. So here we create a new one, which is going to be 384 by 334. Darn it, I need to make it background color, fill with transparency. Did that not? Let's see here, where are my tools at? There's. Let's delete that. Why? Oh, there we go. So if we do select unselect it. It's like stuck in this weird selection loop. It's like none. There we go. Strange. Why won't you paste correctly? Alright, we're gonna make a new. Whoa. New layer, maybe. Huh. Wonder why it's not selecting correctly. What the hell? Just get tools out. So let's delete this. Review that. Toolbox. So do a circle. That worked. Now if we do select none. Huh, I wonder why this selection's not working. Alright. Come on, Gimp. Let's save as. Let's try this again. No. Open with Gimp. 48. 26. Can see V. There we go. Image, image size 34. Size. There we go. So now we need to do this one. Wonder why it's being so weird about it. Never had such an interesting problem with Gimp before. But it's not letting me select. This is getting frustrating. Selection tools, rectangle select. Blank. What's going on here? Layers. What the hell? This is getting super enraging right now. I'm gonna blow things up. Okay, so selection is working. Is it the rectangle select tool? Is this just broken? Because it's unselecting. Look at that. Unselecting. So is that unselecting? So no, that's actually selecting correctly. Wow, this is really frustrating. How do you select better? Get an update maybe? Save as. This is going to be Vlad, block, work in progress. This is infuriating right now. Gimp. All right, this has been a thing. So what I'm gonna do. Okay, so trying not to be all technical difficulty today. So let's do something really fun real quick, just to sort of iron out part of the day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something kind of fun. I'm just gonna play with the playground real quick. Inject our scheduler subscriber. Something we can do for fun to sort of set this up. We're going to, on our init, we're going to subscribe to event names, enter game loop on game loop. So this is kind of cool. So we have our last wizard. So actually we want to, instead of move last wizard there, we're going to call move last wizard here. Okay? We're going to keep that. And what we're going to do is we're going to do private var. It's going to be x position float. It's going to be 0. Y position float, which is y. Oops, not y. And beg to differ. Okay, so this could have been much more fun today. So we have this kind of overloading the point to be created every time. That's okay. That's just our play time. So x position equals x, y position equals y. And what we're going to do is if last wizard is equal to null. So we're only going to create one now. And move last wizard is going to be x position, y position. But we need to create a couple more variables. Current x position, current y position, and current x position, current y position will be the wizard x, current x position, current y position. In fact, I think we need to do something like point game world to screen. And this would be new world point 2D, which does have a constructor. So we're going to do we're going to get the wizard's location. Actually, it's going to be Z. And then we're going to put that to a point. So it gives us our screen point. Point Y. I think that's what we want. So click on the screen. Places them into the world. Then if we right click, we're going to store the right click location, and the current position is going to be, yeah, that should work, because I think we do the translation back here, yes. So we store the current x and current y. It's going to move sort of silly at first, but we're going to do if, what's going to go, current x position plus current y position. It's always going to move at some strange diagonal, which is kind of weird, but if current x position is equal to the x position equals x position, and then if current y position equals y position, current y position equals y position. Now we need to do one more thing, is if x position is greater than current x position, we're going to increment, else decrement, and then do the same for here. If y position is greater than current y position, else, so that they'll move, allow them to move in every direction. Okay, so let's see how this works and see if what was the build error? Unknown identifier point 8283. This is going to be detail. No. No, that's right. Jam point. Unknown identifier point, line 82 and 83. Seems reasonable. There we go. I wonder why it didn't give me what I actually needed. So let's check on our Gimp. And we're going to create a new window, drop Gimp into applications, close that, replace. So we drop our wizard. It's coming on over. Seems to be restarting though. Whoa, that's kind of cool. Interesting. Okay, so let's find out why he's doing that. So we're getting the point, getting his location on the screen. Let's just print that out. Trace, current x position, current y position. Cat's licking herself. It's the greatest noise ever. Cats licking themselves. Alright. It's in the negatives. It's also an interesting thing there. So the translation of the wizard, let's go back, is, if I go in a negative, no, Where is this coming through? Seems kind of random. Thinks my mouse is way out in space. So I wonder if, because it technically should be, in fact, we don't even need that. Oh no, we do need to know that, because we need to know where the wizard was originally. So we click on the screen. I wonder if my world to screen is off. Because technically the current X and Y should be where they're at now. So technically if we do get this back running again. So when we place them, it should be at 0, 0. And if we click here, he was at 0, 0. But now it thinks he's at 35. I feel like this is wrong. So let's go to our game world. And if we pass a world point, I wonder if this is supposed to be like this. It's kind of a guess, but it's more because I'm curious. Build her out. Kind of an interesting day, kind of playing around with what we've built and seeing how, there we go, it was backward. So we have a failing test, but now our, ooh, where'd he go? So as we move, that's what's strange, is he seems to follow the screen. If we go down here, so he's definitely good there. I feel like our viewport is screwy. So I wonder if we need to do this. And our test should fail. They do. That's a good thing, because they're making changes. If they pass, I'd be concerned. So there he is moving. If I move over here, there we go. That's what it was. But the last thing I'm curious of is why when we drag the screen, where's our playground at? When we drag the screen, it seems to update. Probably because this is always happening. So what we need to do is set it like a Boolean. Wizard moving. So if wizard is moving, is not moving, return. So here, say wizard moving, true. And if these are, if current y position equals to y position, current x position, so x position, wizard moving, false. So now he won't continually try to follow us around. Hopefully. Curious here, we got down, okay. So let's go back here. He's moving. No, he still seems to be really interested in following us around. There we go. Oh, because he was still moving. So he didn't get a chance to stop. See, now he's moving with us. No, he's not. So what we need to do is think what we're using floats, and that's probably most of the problem. Trying to think why, as we're moving around, oops. As we're moving around, he seems to yeah, it's definitely when he hasn't settled on a spot, he kind of trembles around. So what we need to do is we need to set this to float our math.round. That should get him to sit still. And Gimp is working again. This is slightly a lost cause, but while that's building, open with Gimp. There we go. That, oh, no, he still doesn't quite settle in sometimes. Try floor. One with Gimp. Strange world we live in today. No, he's still unpleased. He's very unpleased with his life. So what we could do is we can do standard int just cast it to an absolute point. So this to an int. And then shouldn't need this anymore. I think the cat is snoring. Is that a thing? Can cats snore? That is insane. I can hear her snoring. If anyone knew cats can snore, please let me know, because I did not know that. He's still not settling in. Seems to be... Let's look at this closer here. So, we're incrementing or decrementing. We could do this. That's going to do, this has to do it. I'd be shocked. If it's this way. Okay. It's my last attempt at this. Float should be int. That's on 60, 64. Current position. I didn't know cats could snore. That's so weird to me. Now we're going to open up work in progress. Human Finder. Open with Gimp. Whoa. How did that not do it? Did I have this right in the first place? No. If it's, yeah, I was right in the first place. So that one, paste there. If we do this one, still being bad selective. There we go. So that's kind of an interesting problem is, yes, he's still, stop it! Sit still. Okay, anyways, giving up on it. Seems to be, oh, there it is. Darn it. I feel like an idiot now. Okay, so Gimp is still being sloppy. So I'm going to take this offline and rebuild this. Take control of this Gimp situation. But we have our wizard moving. This is kind of fun. So the next part of this we'll have to set up is having the wizard change directions, obviously. And then we also want him to move a bit more predictably. We don't want him just like doing diagonals and then has less stretch, like doing a strange thing. So we'll get into that next time. But now we've got a moving wizard around. He's pretty cool. Moving around. We do have this weird thing still, but that's easy to fix. There we go. Alright. Kind of had to switch gears on there. Sorry that the animation stuff didn't work out. I blame the Gimp. It usually hasn't been let me down ever, but today, not so great. Let me down today. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the... Actually, we're going to add a hit ignore. Ignore this file here. Status. And I'm also going to ignore XCS. And get status. So get add assets. We're going to finish this off there. Commit moving wizard around. Git push origin master. Git tag JS 2016 03 date 0325 837 git push origin. There we have it. All right. Kind of a weird day, but we made the best of it. Go ahead and send me some comments. I'm going to start working on some stuff over the weekend. I'm probably going to fix this up and do some cleanup in the code. Unless you guys really want me to cast it, let me know. Let me know in the comments on YouTube, and I'll put them in a separate branch, and then we can come back and review them. Or I can just have them done. We can just have some cleanup. I'll just kind of go over them briefly on Monday. You guys let me know. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. All right, so you guys have a great afternoon.